They slammed him against the squad car so hard his glasses flew off. The cuffs bit into his wrists. Tight. Precise. Punishment disguised as procedure. Dr. Malik Henderson, top spinal surgeon in the entire state, felt the cold metal lock around bone as an officer snarled. Talk back again, and you're not walking into any more hospitals. The other officer laughed under his breath. Streetlights flickered. Rain hit the pavement like shattered glass. But Malik didn't beg. He didn't argue. He didn't even flinch. He just whispered a single sentence that made both officers pause. You just handcuffed the wrong man. How did a routine traffic stop turn into the public humiliation of one of the most accomplished surgeons in the city? And why? Minutes after the cuffs clicked, did every police radio in the district start screaming the same thing? Do not touch the detainee. Repeat, do not touch him. By the time the truth surfaced, 2 careers were destroyed, a department was shaken, and one officer realized too late. That ego can be fatal. Dr. Malik Henderson, gifted hands, relentless discipline, a mind sharper than any scalpel he ever held. At 38, Malik was a legend in neurosurgery, the surgeon families prayed for, the one call when someone's spine was crushed, severed, or shattered. But success came with weight. Long hours, loneliness, a quiet anger he never let out, because no matter how many lives he saved, no matter how many awards he won, he still remembered the night his mother collapsed in their apartment, chest tight, breath gone, and the ambulance took 18 minutes to arrive. Wrong neighborhood, they said later. Low priority. She died before the sirens even reached the block. He vowed one thing that night. No one would ever ignore his voice again. But that vow had a flaw, a crack he could never seal. When Malik felt disrespected, he didn't back down. Not at work, not in public, not even with the police. Especially not with police. He loved authority more than justice. The uniform made him feel tall, powerful, untouchable. He wasn't the worst cop on the force, just the kind that escalated problems instead of solving them. His weakness? A fragile need to dominate. The moment someone refused to know their place, he pushed harder. Officer Tyler Reed, younger, nervous, hungry to impress Coleman. He laughed when Coleman laughed, backed him even when he knew he shouldn't. But his biggest flaw? He wanted to be liked more than he wanted to be right. And that weakness would eat him alive. It started with a taillight, or at least that's what Coleman claimed. Malik was driving home from a 14-hour surgery. His shoulders ached, his eyes burned, his scrubs were still on, but his mind was sharp, focused. The blue lights hit behind him. He pulled over calmly. Coleman approached the window, already irritated. You seem in a hurry. Something wrong. Malik answered politely. Long shift. Just trying to get home. Coleman squinted at his badge clipped to the scrubs. Doctor, huh? Fancy. Malik nodded. I'm a surgeon. Coleman's tone hardened instantly. A bitterness Malik recognized all too well. Good for you. Step out. Malik blinked. For a taillight? Officer, with respect. Coleman cut him off. I said step out. Malik exhaled slowly. I know my rights. If you have reasonable suspicion. Coleman's jaw twitched. So now you're educating me. I'm explaining the law. Coleman leaned closer. Don't talk back. Malik looked him dead in the eyes. I'm speaking, not talking back. Reed shifted nervously beside him. Brent, maybe just write the citation. Coleman snapped. Get out of the car now. Malik's jaw tightened. He got out, calm, controlled. But the moment he stood, Coleman shoved him. Reed flinched. Malik raised his hand slightly. Officer, stop. Coleman smirked. Oh, what? You gonna operate on me? Malik's restraint cracked. His voice dropped. You don't know who you're putting hands on. Coleman's eyes flashed with triumph, like he'd been waiting for that one sentence. There it is, he whispered, resisting. He grabbed Malik's wrist, slapped on the cuffs, twisted too hard. Reed looked unsure. Brent, this is excessive. Coleman barked. Write it up as obstruction. Disorderly conduct. Whatever sounds good. And just like that, the trap snapped shut. For them, not him. Rain started falling. Hard. Malik stood pinned to the squad car, scrub soaked, wrists bleeding from the cuffs. Coleman whispered, "You think degree means something out here?" Malik didn't answer. He only said, "You should let me go." Coleman scoffed. "And why's that, surgeon?" Malik looked over his shoulder. "My next patient is more important than your ego." Coleman shoved him again. "You done talking?" Malik whispered, "No, you are." Malik's phone buzzed in his pocket. Coleman snatched it out, intending to shut it off. The screen lit up. A name displayed. One name. Reed read it first. His breath caught. "Brent, put the phone down." "Brent, put the phone down." Coleman frowned. "Who the hell is?" Reed grabbed Coleman's arm. "Put IT down." Coleman froze. The name glowing on the screen? U.S. Surgeon General, direct line. Reed backed away in horror. Malik Henderson is the spinal surgeon they fly out on government cases, the one who operated on the vice president last month. Coleman's face went pale. Malik didn't smile, didn't gloat. He just said, "You put hands on the wrong man." Every police radio within 3 blocks erupted at once. Units 12 and 15. Do not detain Dr. Henderson. Immediate release. Supervisor en route. Coleman's hands shook. Reed whispered, terrified, "Oh my God, we're done." Before Coleman could respond, 3 unmarked black cars pulled up silently. Men in suits stepped out. Not police, not city officials. Federal. One stepped forward. "Which one of you touched Dr. Henderson?" Neither spoke. Malik lifted his chin toward Coleman. The man nodded, expression flat and dangerous. "Arrest him." Coleman stumbled back, shouting, "Wait, no, this is a misunderstanding." He mouthed off. The agent's voice cut razor sharp. "He is the chief neurosurgical consultant for the Federal Medical Board. He is under full protection. You put him in cuffs. Congratulations." Reed dropped his pen. Coleman dropped his career. The video of Malik in cuffs went viral within hours. Top surgeon arrested for talking back. Police humiliate doctor, then learn who he is. Ego versus excellence. The stop that backfired. Coleman tried to lie, tried to twist the story. But body cam footage showed everything. The shove, the threats, the humiliation. Reed cut a deal. He exposed Coleman's behavior. Every past complaint. Every internal cover-up. The department burned from the inside out. The community. Patients rallied behind Malik. Colleagues released statements. Lawyers offered services for free. Coleman received death threats. Reed broke down crying in his exit interview. And Malik? He returned to the hospital like nothing happened. But inside, something changed. He realized silence didn't protect anyone. Not him. Not the next black man pulled over. Not the memory of his mother. A month later, Malik received a letter. The department apologized. Coleman was fired, stripped of pension, facing civil charges. Reed was dismissed for failure to intervene. But at the bottom of the letter, something strange was written. A handwritten note. From the chief medical advisor to the president. "Next time they stop you, call me directly. Some people only understand consequences." Malik folded the letter calmly, slipped it into his locker. Then he stepped into the operating room. Steady, focused, unbroken. A nurse whispered, "Dr. Henderson, does it ever scare you? Being targeted like that?" Malik adjusted his gloves. "No," he said softly. "What scares me is how many men they've done that to, who didn't have my phone number." The nurse swallowed. "And Coleman." Malik's voice lowered to a final, chilling truth. "He thought I was just a black man he could intimidate. Now he knows I'm the man who ended his badge." He walked toward the surgical table. Lights bright, scalpel waiting. Another life to save. Another day to live with the knowledge that a single phone call can destroy an entire system built on arrogance. Malik didn't smile. He didn't need to. Justice had already spoken. Quietly, coldly. completely. For more reality story, subscribe, like and tell us where you are watching from.